here has seen the Epstien file release? Like, I'm not the type of person to really get deep into politics. I don't really care. I mean, left wing, right wing, same bird. They're all on some bullshit. Like, I don't trust none of them. I think every one of them are out for themselves. I believe the things that they say when they're running before they get into office. I believe they do believe that shit. Like, I don't think they're lying from the get-go. What I think happens is I think they get into these offices and they're just a front man for some other fucking group of individuals, the big businesses, the corporations that own like every damn thing. In my opinion, they run on these ideas of lower taxes, you know, like whatever. And then when they get into office, they get approached and they're like, hey, yeah, all that shit you was talking about in them little fucking debates, we ain't gonna do none of that shit. You just sit the fuck down, sit in your chair over there, we're gonna tell you what to say, we're gonna tell you what to do, you're gonna be alright. There's gotta be a bigger driving force behind all this, because when you think about it, a lot of these presidents all run on the same thing, yet they all meet the same roadblocks. They don't end up following through. The only one that really did follow through with a lot of what he said during his first term was Donald Trump, as far as like gas prices and things like that. Now, I don't agree with a lot of crazy ass shit that man says and his hateful ass attitude. Like, a lot of that stuff, I do not like that. I'm speaking strictly financial of what he said. He did bring gas prices down in his first term. Now, the second term has been bullshit. That man ran on so many things that he has not pulled the trigger on, threatening tariffs every other week and then getting bullied out of doing it. It's stupid, bro. Like, it's stupid. Nobody, I don't give a fuck. Like I just said, politics, I don't give a shit about. So please don't get down in my comment section and try to debate me on politics, because I'm not gonna debate you. I don't give a fuck. Left wing, right wing, same bird, same bullshit. I'm gonna leave it there. But what's crazy with these Epstein files is all the sickos that have been fucking exposed, from Donald Trump to Elon Musk, all the way down to Ashley Massaro, a former WWE diva that was in wrestling back like a long time ago when I used to watch it. She ended up, you know, deleting herself. Rest in peace to that woman, because I don't know the full extent of what the situation was. I know there's a lot of dirty shit that happened in WWE based around Vince McMahon, and now she's in the Epstein files. So I know that young lady went through a lot. Now the extent of her Epstein file, you know, includement I'm unaware of. I don't know if she was included as a co-conspirator or as a victim. But I know she went through a lot. So rest in peace to her. Hopefully she found the peace she was looking for, you know. Sad situation. And it's never the answer. Like, self-deletion is never the answer, guys. If you have a problem and you're a man, especially, because we as men, we are not, it's taboo almost for us to talk about our problems. So in 2026, I want that to be, you know, null and void. If you need to talk to somebody, please approach anybody. Approach me. Approach whoever. Like, just somebody on the street. Tell them, like, look, I'm on the verge, man. I need to talk to somebody. They will listen to you. You know, we got to be here for each other. At the end of the day, you gotta support one another. But dude, this shit with the Epstein files is fucking sick. Like, that shit with Elon Musk was a nutcase, bro. Like, the man is on there asking, first of all, he's got some audacity. Like, he's on Twitter calling out Donald Trump, like, oh yeah, we'll drop a bombshell today. The reason Epstein files haven't been released because Donald Trump's in them. And then, bro, you're in them. Trying to be anyway. It seems like he was getting ignored. Like, almost seems like he was aggravating Epstein, like, well, when's the best party gonna be? And then Epstein's like, bro, can someone get this guy out of my inbox? There was some like messages back and forth where he was saying he loved the torture video, and a lot of the things with the Epstein files that we was hearing, you thought was just sexual in nature, but apparently, man, there was people getting killed out there and tortured and sexually assaulted, and Prince Andrew's wrapped up in the mix of torturing a girl to death, and just insane, wild shit. Like, Donald Trump apparently forcing a 13, 14-year-old girl into giving him fellatio, and she fucking bit him and he assaulted her. Like, what a nutcase. All these fucking politicians, bro, are just trash. Man, trash. Our fucking country is so screwed right now. Even though everyone can see how fucked up all this shit is and how bad things are getting, we're never going to be able to make change because our country stands so divided. Like, you have people that are worried about a lot of things that aren't super important. Not going to get into it. I'm sure if you think long and hard about it, some of the most heavily debated things about our country are literally meant to divide the stupid. It's divide and conquer. Get the idiots to pay attention to the things that don't matter so we can manipulate the things that do. That's really what that is. And it's just sad, man. Like, the amount of people that fall into that trap. If we could all just finally fucking unite, you know, come together for like a real cause. We hold the buying power. You know, we are the power in numbers. Yeah, they've got some crazy military capabilities if the American people got out of line. But here's one of my biggest theories. The reason for our borders being opened like the way that they was, in my opinion, is so they could have like a foreign militia. Because the American people aren't typically going to attack their own. Like, if they tried to turn our military on our own people, it would probably be a lot of pushback on that, and I don't think it would really happen. But when you bring in foreigners that are coming from really bad countries, and I don't really want to call them foreigners because we're all one people. I just use that as a term of just as an example. When they bring in like people from other countries that are coming from really, really bad conditions, and they're given the ultimatum like, hey, you can take military service or you can go back to where you came from, they're probably going to take that military service and they're probably going to do whatever they're told. So, you know, I don't believe that our military as it is would ever turn on their own, but I don't think we're far off from, you know, sweeping a lot of the people that are here illegally or came during those times and want to stay here into a military type group that would be willing to, you know, do whatever they're told. Could be a crazy conspiracy theory. That's just one of the things that I always thought was weird, because at the end of the day, if we ever did come together, their only option for pushback would be like military force. The military is our families at heart. Like, they're not going to just go out here and get to killing American people for no type of bullshit, I don't think. And that, like, they'll hunt down a specific handful of like nutcase traitors, terrorists, but in the aspect of things really getting to the point where they're just out here kicking people's doors in and, you know, killing people Holocaust like style, I don't see it. Crazy little tangent, but I just thought them Epstien files was insane. You never really know who a person is. You would expect our government and our politicians and the people that are like in charge of making the big decisions to be people that have morals and people that are, you know, stand for something and have gotten this far based off of some intelligence that isn't just given to everybody and some, you know, humanitarian ideas that are for the greater good. But then you hear shit like this and you're like, man, this motherfucker is just a piece of shit that just got in office because he knew a few high power people. It's really just about who you know more than about what you know. A lot of our politicians seem incompetent at their jobs. You don't even know what a lot of these people fucking do. Like, what does a Secretary of Commerce do? Like, I'm sure if you think about it, you can get down to it's probably got something to do with our economy. But nobody can say, oh yeah, he does da-da-da-da-da, unless you went to school to know this type of shit. Like, nobody just generically knows these things that these people do, which makes it so easy for them to just get into a position, hold it, get some money, and really do very little to nothing. And speaking of the Secretary of Commerce, this guy got up, our Secretary of Commerce, I don't remember his name because who gives a fuck. He got up on the news, was denouncing Jeffrey Epstein like, oh, I haven't talked to that guy since 2005. He's a real piece of trash. And then gets fucking busted in the Epstein files, sending emails talking about, my wife and I are on the boat with our friends and we have 7 children, and names the children and their ages. Trying to go to the island. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you need to be that specific? You be like, yeah, I got my wife and my friend, a couple friends with me, our kids, you know, we can pull up. That comes off a lot more normal than, yeah, I got 2 of my friends and my wife, and we got 6 kids, Johnny, Jenny, Betty, Joe, da-da-da, and they're 7, 10, 15, and 13. Like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? And you know, the biggest slap in the face is if any of us, you, me, anybody, got caught doing some wild-ass shit like this, you'd be strung up in court, bro. You'd be facing life. You'd be getting sued. You would be prosecuted to the fullest extent. In the court of public opinion, things like that lead to just ruin for your reputation. But these people have found a way to just slide to the background. No charges, no investigation, and nobody to really blame. You see these names, but who the fuck, what's a name? I want to see these people on camera giving me a valid explanation for why the fuck you're on email talking crazy. But man, I'm not gonna let nothing like that fuck my day up, man. When I think about it, it pisses me off. It does. It really makes me mad because it's sad. It's so sad for the people that got taken advantage of. And these aren't like adults. Even if it was adults, it's still fucked up. But these are children. These are fucking, who knows where these children came from? Who knows? These children could have came from anywhere. Could be why our kidnapping rates was so high for years. I mean, you don't really hear about that now, and they could still be. I don't know. I don't check the statistics. But I know 10, 15 years ago, kidnapping rates was, you always heard about, kidnappings all the time. It's just sick. Hopefully justice is found, and hopefully peace is found by the victims.